Alright, Internet, welcome again. This is Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime. Here again with another video review, and I need to say something. So, this video review is courtesy of titanonetoys. And being perfectly honest with you, actually, several of my reviews have been courtesy of titanonetoys. I just keep on forgetting to say something about it. Because I just get so engrossed in the toy, and later I'm like, oh, damn it, I forgot to say something. And I'll put something in like the description or whatnot. But yes, titanonetoys. I've got quite a few figures from him now, and just a really super dude, and like fast personal service. That's where you can find him on eBay, Facebook, Gmail. Super awesome. Totally recommend him. He even usually gets figures, gosh, before most anybody else. It's amazing. I don't know how he does it. It's like black magic voodoo or something like that. Anyhow, today I'm bringing you a review of the DX9 Richthofen. And there he is. He is DX9's take on Powerglide. He's totally not Powerglide. He's Richthofen, not Powerglide. He kind of looks like Powerglide, but he's not Powerglide. He's Richthofen. Fun fact, by the way, Richthofen comes from Manfred von Richthofen, who was better known as the Red Baron. He was an ace pilot in World War I on the German side. But anyhow, so there he is in his vehicle mode. He does come with some accessories. This is actually the first time I think I'm reviewing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to review everything, including the box. Check this thing out. So, the box is pretty nice. It's got this, you got not Powerglide right there, giving the old thumbs up. Richthofen, there's his name. He appears to be in the cockpit of some sort of a Corsair. He's got like 4 Harriers here, and a Concorde. It doesn't make sense. This whole picture doesn't make any sense. You give us the fire, we'll give them hell. But yeah, this picture's super cool. There he is shooting down a ramjet. Bastard. America, fuck yeah. On the back here, Red 5. Oh, I didn't even notice that before. Red 5 standing by. That's cool. That's a Star Wars reference for those of you who are into Star Wars or not into Star Wars and didn't know any better. Little schematic of him, but just nice little box. I dig it. Anyhow, let me get this set back up. Yeah, that goes there, and that goes there, and comes with this girl. I forget her name. From the episode of The Girl Who Loved Powerglide, or something like that. And apparently this is a girl who loves Powerglide. Oh, that's something right there. Reminds me of my ex-girlfriend, actually. She loved Powerglide. He comes with a pistole for delivering the pew-pews. And he comes with a alien mask. Yeah, he comes with an alien mask. You can store... Oh, and by the way, he also comes with this stand right here. And the stand... Son of a gun. I don't know exactly how it goes on. Interesting thing about the stand is it's there's no screws in it, which is kind of fun. It's got these little 6 prongs on this side, and then it's got little divots like a gear shape, and then it just fits into one of those, and then it presses in, and then that sucker just does not move. Which is, you know, how it should be. Does it go on there? I bet that's how it goes. Yeah! You know what? We're gonna go with it. That's how it goes. There he is on a stand. On a flight stand. The flight stand has got, you know, a positioning here and a positioning here, so it's probably not going to give you any, like, swooping and banking poses, unless maybe, like, you put in this way. No, it won't go in sideways. Ah, well, life isn't perfect. But, yeah, little display stand. That's kind of fun. We'll put it like this, so he's, like, coming in for Nope, doesn't want to stand like that. Anyhow, ostensibly he's got the appearance of an A10 Warthog. Ostensibly, of course, he doesn't really share. Like, he's got kind of the basic anatomy of a A10 Warthog, but a lot of things about him that are a lot different, like everything. He looks just like it, except everything's different. Yeah, we'll go with that. On his underside, there's no robot to be found. There's this little thing here, which is his dick plate, his crotch plate. But yeah, there's no robot to be found on this thing, which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I dig it. One thing that I got to point out is that this figure is molded in red, but in addition, they went to the Takara way, and in addition to being molded in red, the entire damn thing is painted in red, with some notable exceptions. This panel here, part of this panel here, this panel here, this panel here, and you can see it when you look at them. Like, there is a difference in terms of the shade and the like gloss and the like ambient backscatter off of it. Like, you can tell which parts have been painted and which parts have not. And I don't know, I'm kind of of two minds about it. On the one hand, yeah, painting the whole thing gives it kind of a premium look. On the other hand, this guy apparently chips paint like nobody's business. Also, you can store right here on this little tab le gun. There we go. Yeah, he totally stores the gun. First try. And if you want to, you can store the mask there. No, actually, that's how you put it on the robot mode. But yeah, he's one of the mini bots, but he's kind of a decent size. There he is next to one of the cars, and he's like, granted, he's an airplane and he's got a tiny fuselage, but still, like, he's longer than a car, of course, wider than a car, of course, you know, redder than a car, even a red car. Okay, maybe he's not redder than a red car, but he's pretty red. Anyhow, let's get him transformed up. Transformation on him is actually pretty fun. Let's start by splitting ye old legs, like so. Move this up so you can see my man hands, my man-child hands. I did forget to mention that the landing gear kind of retracts. Like, these fold up, and this one you have to like fold this panel out of the way to fold that up. And this one doesn't really fold out of the way, at least not more than this. But yeah, that's enough. He still looks, yeah, from the okie dokie. We're just gonna go with that. So, ink on this part here. Let's start to loosen things up. Let's put these legs all the way out. Let's do the wings real quick. The wings are in this tab here that go into this hole here, which, by the way, I want to say, like, everything on this figure is tight. Like, really tight. Like, scary tight. Like, oh my god, am I gonna break it tight. Which, if you ask me, is a little too tight. Because, I mean, I like playing with toys. I like playing with toys a lot. Oh my gosh. Like, I get toys because I like to play with them. I know some people get toys because they like to display them, and some people get toys because they like the pretty boxes. I get toys because I like to play with them. And this guy is just, there's just a lot on him that's really tight, and I'm like, oh my gosh, don't break. And then we're gonna crack these open. There's a little tab inside here, and then we're gonna fold this. This tab is gonna fit into this hole right here, this little round one. Like that, like that, like that. Same on the other side. That. Like that. This tab, which held it all together in vehicle mode, folds up and poof, it's like it's gone. It's amazing. It's a Christmas miracle. Gonna yank on that. Probably should have done that actually. Yank on that. And then this part folds around, and then this tab, if you can see the red tab on the red background, on the red thing that plugs into the other red thing, yeah, everything's red. Just doing this review and like seeing red. And then, so this chest plate right here actually comes up and flips around, and you can't really get a good grip. The best way to do that is to open up this tab, which this panel is freaking tight, by the way. I pull on that, and that kind of pulls that up a little bit, so you can get clearance to put it around, and that gives them his proper chest shape. We're gonna pull up these tabs right here, like so, and like so, like so. Where's my torture tool? Torture tool, here we come. Spare my fingers. And come on, gently but firmly. And then these come up, and they just hook onto the inside of this panel right here. And at this juncture, like, nothing really tabs into place. It just kind of latches and stays. And it stays pretty well. Then we're going to untab these arms from up here. And these are super, super simple to do. Come on, stay. Don't make a liar of me. Pull that up. Pull the fist out. Close it back down. Put that down. Again for the other fist. Untab. Position it mostly. And then we're going to pull up on that. Pull that out. Close it back down. Put that down. Last but not least, we're going to reveal his face. And yeah, there's totally not Powerglide. Come on, stand. Stand like you mean it, man. Use your feet. He's actually quite nice. Powerglide is kind of a fun little character. I liked him in the show that I watched like forever ago when I was a kid. And I like him as a figure. I liked him as a character. He looks fun, you know? Kind of this like red guy, and it's kind of cool. I get his face properly centered. His face is a pain in the butt to properly center, because it's all kind of like recessed in here. And so it's kind of hard to get a good grip on it to move it around. But yeah, so there he is in his robot mode. I think she scales better with him in this mode than she does in the other mode. The old gun clips in right, just slides right in. There's no Master Beast style peg, so it just fits in there, and it fits in there really well. In terms of posability, he's got this part moves up a bit, so his arm will go out all the way. He's got a bicep swivel, rotation here at the shoulder, double jointed elbow, which of course works for transformation, but works for posability as well. Real quickly, I want to point out that pretty much the only die cast, at least the only external part I can see that's die cast, is this panel right here on his forearm. Is die cast. Forearm. And yeah, I mean, he's stable, he's steady, he works. These skirts, like I said, everything on this figure is tight, and these skirts are no exception. In fact, they're tight enough that they don't really want to get out of the way on their own. I would recommend, like when you're repositioning him, to like move his leg, by the way, which goes that far forward and that far backwards, and out all the Van Damme way. I would recommend like moving it into the position you want it to be, and then closing the skirts back down around it, because you cannot expect the leg to properly leverage that. And even if you did, you'd probably scratch up like this shiny silver paint right there. And you don't want to scratch this up because it's a beautiful figure. Anyhow, he's got a thigh swivel here, then he's got a swivel at the upper knee, and then he doesn't have any kind of a swivel at the foot, but he's got a tilt and a little bit of pivot right there, or tilt and pivot, whichever, get your nomenclature right. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he's got his old, like a joint here that goes up and down, side to side. No side to side tilt at all. But who really wants that in a figure? Right? Yeah. But there he is. And see how he scales with the other mini bots? Here he is with the Masterpiece Bumblebee. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's actually the oversized knockoff Bumblebee. Leave me a comment in the comments if you want me to review that. Now here he is with Masterpiece Smokescreen, and I would consider this to be an appropriate mini bot size. I think that the scale works super well. Just a wonderful figure. It's painted really well, it's sculpted really well. DX9 once again comes through with an amazing piece. One thing I forgot to mention, this panel that opens up so you can pull out his landing gear has got his beating heart. Look at that. It's so adorable. Totes adorbs. Also some nice like mechanical detail in there. It's like, you know, wires and vents and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. But of course that is an obligatory feature. Gosh, even the Hasbro one had that, and that's saying something, because Hasbro is not usually big on quirky little features like that. But there he is, the DX9 Richthofen. I think it's a great figure. I think if you need a Masterpiece style Powerglide, not only is this basically your only option right now, but it may end up being the best one in the long run. And if you're going to get him, why not get him from titanonetoys? Yay! There you go, man. I did your plug. Finally. I feel so complete now. And so is this review. Thank you for watching.